am the wife that's always complaining that my husband will never take me nowhere for date night. And then when he does take me somewhere for date night, I'm always complaining. So this Saturday, I decided to just be quiet and allow it to just happen. Like whatever happened, happened. So he decided that he wanted to take me to this place that he saw on TikTok. And mind you, I'm in the bed, I'm laying down. Like, I'm just wanting to, like, go out, maybe vlog, go to a park or something. Like, I'm not trying to eat, I'm not even that hungry. So I Google it. This place looked really expensive. And on top of it looking expensive, it looked like a all-you-can-eat buffet. I'm not even hungry for real. But I'm like, you know what? If I continue to shoot down every idea that he has, he's going to stop coming up with ideas. So I said, okay, let's go. I acted like I was really excited. And I was like, yep, I'm going to get dressed up. I didn't even want to put on pants for real. Like, if you are a woman in your 30s, you already know how that be. Like, I didn't even want to get dressed for real. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put on some jeans. Like, I'm not even going to put on the sweats today. And we're going to go outside and have a good time. And on top of that, my hair, I still got my micros in, y'all. So my hair not even done. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make it do what it do. Because you know how it be. When your nails not done and your hair not done, you just don't feel cute. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So we get in the car. We're supposed to drop off the oldest children. So yeah, I know if you've been rocking with us, you know date night is usually me, my husband, and the baby. Sometimes we will pay for the baby to go out too. However, we usually just take him because he's not a bother. However, I'm also supposed to be proactive in booking the children's spots. And I was not for Tai Chi's. So Tai Chi ended up getting waitlisted and he did not get accepted. So now our date consists of me, Tai Chi, the baby, and Terry. Okay, so here we go. I don't even know how to say the restaurant for real. It's Bullavino, and there's 2 in Minnesota. There's 1 in St. Paul, and there's 1 in Bloomington, Minnesota, by the Mall of America. So we decided to go to the St. Paul location. One of the things I didn't like, and I probably would have preferred to go to the Mall of America one, the parking was not free. So we got there and the parking wall said $4, but when you put your card in there, it says 30. What? Say what you say. Then valet was like, oh, you should have just brought your car over here. We'll park your car for $22. One, I didn't want y'all driving around in my car, no way. And then 2, by the time we tip you, I still would have been at 30. And we found a really good park right outside the door. Now, granted, we could have rolled around and looked for a parking space. However, I was like, you know what? We're already here. I like the parking space we have. Let's just, go. Plus, we had a reservation. It was going to be late. And my husband does not like being separated. He is not one for, I'm going to drop you off at the door and I'm going to go park the car because he feel like he always get lost. So it was a lot. So we just paid the little $30 and went in there. So we finally got to the table. The host was really great. She got us a high chair for the baby. The cool thing about this, children 6 and under eat for free, which I thought was really cool. However, one thing I didn't like, the host took their napkins and their fork. Like, what are they supposed to eat with? So you can choose on the menu what kind of. But look at my baby smile. He's so cute. You could choose on the menu what kind of meal you want. The standard dinner or the top shelf. The standard dinner is basically all the meats. Top shelf just adds on ribeye, beef tenderloin, beef ribs, and rack of lamb, which I've been craving rack of lamb forever. I've probably been craving rack of lamb since I got to Minnesota, which is 3 years. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. They used to have rack of lamb at Outback Steakhouse, and they took it off the menu. So when I saw that, I was like, I'm not gonna lie. My original cheap self was like, I'm doing standard. I think standard was $29 or $39. It was cheaper, whatever it was. And I'm like, I'm going to just do standard. But when I heard him say, he's like, babe, I think we should get top shelf. Well, listen, you said it. That means you paid for it. So, okay. So I got the top shelf, knowing that I wanted top shelf. And I'm not going to lie, I think that'd be my problem too. Like, I be knowing what I be want, but I just always look at like, dang, I could spend this money otherwise. And I think a lot of moms do that. Like, even going shopping, like, we'll ball out for our babies, but when it comes to getting us like a new pair of shoes, like, dang, you want how much? I could go get X, Y, and Z for that. Like, so I do appreciate my husband because he does remind me to, like, we don't have to be so frugal all the time. I think it's good to have a balance. So with the top shelf, you get you get all access to the salad bar. Now, mind you, I wasn't really hungry for real, and I know how buffets work. They try to fill you up on bread and stuff, and salads and different like pastas and things, carbs, so that you get full before the real expensive food comes. No, I just paid for top. Well, I didn't pay for it, but we just got top shelf. I want to get my rack of lamb and I want to eat every piece of it. So he did go over to the the salad bar, I did not get any footage. Like, I was like, that's how much I really want to sit down. Like, I didn't even go over there. Usually I take y'all over there, show y'all what it look like, but I just let him go, and he's not the vlogging type. So he went and he got he got the rainbow potatoes and sausage. Taichi was not going. He's like, why is the sausage black, bro? So he was not going at all. But he went over there and he got that for the kids while we was waiting on them to bring us plates, which is another thing I ain't like. Like, yo, y'all walk around with all this food. Can y'all give us a plate? So when you get your plate, you turn your little thing over to green. Green means I'm hungry. Bring me some food. When you flip, why did my baby put a pepperoni in his cup? Anyway, when you turn it over to red, that means I'm done. Them breads, I'm not going to hold you. That bread was fat.com. That bread was good. We started off with some prime rib. They came over with medium. Usually I'm a medium well type girl, but I don't mind a medium. So we did go ahead and get that. They did offer, how you like your meat cooked and stuff like that. However, sometimes they was coming around, they didn't have any more medium well or well. So we did accept the medium. The sausage was fat.com. Something I forgot to tell y'all. Y'all probably wondering, girl, how much was the top shelf? So top shelf was $59.99 per person. And you only got to pay for the two of us, mind you, because the children are free. Taichi was really sad. He was like, I miss True. True could have came. True's only 5. I mean, not that nobody else couldn't have came, but children are $29.99. So, if we would have brought takeaway, we would have just had to pay for her. Now, another funny part, which my husband thought about and realized once we sat down, I am not a meat person. I'm a fake vegetarian for real. I do not like meat. If I do get meat, it has to be drenched in like some kind of sauce. I don't like the texture. I don't like a whole bunch of stuff, but I eat it because I know we should have protein. I have went vegan and vegetarian, and it was just a lot trying to know how much soy and starch and everything was in it. It was like, I'd rather just sacrifice my whatever and eat the meat. So yes, so my husband was very mad. He was like, you sit up there and wasted all this meat. So at one point I did have a waiter come back over and take my plate so I didn't look so bad. Them garlic potatoes, baby, was fat. Another part of the top shelf, you got unlimited hot sides. Now granted, they didn't come around with many of them though, which I didn't like. And we probably could have asked for more. We were there for 3 hours and then we had to go back and get the girls. But I feel like even just being there for 3 hours kind of shows you how slow they were kind of coming around. Like, I would have liked the faster pace. A lot of times you would even see the people like next to us like waiting, like, okay, when is somebody coming with something else? But and then I also had to ask for butter and A1 sauce. I don't know, maybe I just didn't know the way the restaurant worked, but I was like, why everybody else got this and we don't? So they did bring that out to me in a little cup, and I got some butter for the bread, which made the bread even more better. But the garlic potatoes were fire. As you can see, my baby was not going. He was crying for them potatoes. Another fun fact was my baby, like, he did not stop eating. Like, so at this point, the lady, the waiter, and the girl behind us at the next table started playing with him, so he was playing. But this boy did not stop eating. I kid you not. I believe that baby had about 12 pieces of bread, mashed potatoes. And I do know that babies don't really have like the sensation to stop eating. They don't feel full. So I was like, he needs to stop or he's going to throw up. But he refused to stop eating. He literally ate from when we got there until we left. That baby had everything from sirloin to rack of lamb to rolls to plantain. How you say it? Plantain. There was this bread that was so fat. It's the one that's on the table right there. It was like a Parmesan something. He loved those. He had the sausage. He had the pepperoni. He had the chicken. That bacon wrapped chicken was so fat. He had some of everything. That bread right there. That bread right there was good too. He ate that. Y'all can see my little meat pal. My husband was so mad at me. I was like, I'm sorry. He's like, you wasted. His kids starving and you sitting up there not eating the food. But on top of that, Taichi, luckily, because if he would have saw us drop the girls off, he would have had a fit. But luckily, he fell asleep in the car. So he didn't know that the girls was gone until it was time to get out and go to the restaurant. However, but because he had just woke up, he was exhausted and he really didn't eat nothing. I was very shocked. My little 3-year-old, he usually be one to like eat too. This is at the end, like right before we got ready to go, and he finally kind of got up and started eating. I gave him some of the chicken. They had a Parmesan chicken that was really tasty. I wish I would have got his initial response because the sauce on it was very like, it was like a Swedish sour, like lemon peppery. I don't even know how to explain it. He was not for it. He made the biggest like ew face, but he did give it another try and he liked it. Which is something I love about my kids. I love how my kids are always wanting to try new things. So that was fun to see him trying that. My husband at this point was like, I'm full. But he's but I feel like after you pay all this money, listen, we gonna get everything. So this was our last thing. The lady here came around. She said, is there anything on the menu that you saw when you didn't get or that you want to try? So he was like, the beef ribs was good. Can you bring around the beef ribs? When they brought the beef ribs again, as you can see in the baby's hand, the texture was like different. Like I was not for this beef rib. The first beef rib was fat. It looked like a rib. This looked like a steak. I think they tricked us. It was not good. Watch my son. That was not hot. That was not hot.
Why you do that?
It wasn't hot. You want some water?
It's funny.
You want some water? Well, I tried to kill him with some A1 sauce. A1 sauce is not hot. Comment down below, let me know. Here go the bill. It was $124. My husband ended up tipping $20, so it was $144. And we were headed out. I love the decorations that I didn't notice as we came in. So as we was leaving, I was like, oh, let's get a picture of Tai Chi with the bull. So you got the bull, you got the little candle fire, and you got the like thing that they be using when they be trying to like be in the ring. Y'all know what I'm talking about? And like kind of tell the bull to like run to you with the little thing. They had that there, which I thought was super cool. We took some pictures and then came outside to see it was raining. It was pouring down raining. We ain't even coming there with no jackets for real. I came with a jacket because I'm always cold, but the baby had a jacket too. But yeah, Tai Chi, he left his jacket in the car. So I took my jacket off, covered him in it. And as you can see, we were in the car freezing. Terry decided that he had to go to the bathroom. I hate when he do that. I'm like, boy, why you ain't gonna use that table? So we in the car screaming because it's cold, waiting on him to come. And then y'all know the next day it rained. I mean, the next day it snowed. Like, what? So thank y'all for watching.